They said she should have known better. They said she should have stayed in her place. They said women like her don't survive stories like his. But behind every rumor was a truth none of them dared speak. That she was never the one who crossed the line. The line crossed her. Her name was Samira, 25, from Tunis. She came to Dubai with a suitcase, a scholarship, and a heart too soft for the world she was stepping into. She studied architecture at a prestigious university, working nights at a high-end event venue to pay her rent. She loved quiet spaces, late-night sketching, and the idea that life could be designed with intention, like buildings, strong foundations, clear lines, nothing hidden. But love is not architecture. It is chaos pretending to be beautiful. He was Sheikh Malik Al-Darwish, third son, quiet, disciplined, always watching before speaking. He was not the heir nor the favorite, but he was the one people trusted to solve problems discreetly, the one who negotiated peace behind closed doors, the one who lived in the shadow of the throne without ever complaining. He carried the kind of power that wasn't loud. It hummed beneath the surface. Their lives collided during the launch of a luxury hotel his family invested in. Samira was managing lighting for the event, dressed in black, blending into the team like she was trained to do. Malik noticed her when she adjusted a spotlight above him, standing on a ladder with steady hands. A gust of wind threatened her balance, and instinctively, he stepped forward, one hand poised beneath her, as if ready to catch her from 10 feet below. She climbed down, thanked him politely, and moved on. He didn't. Later that night, when the event ended and the guests left in waves of perfume and gold, Malik found her again. This time, organizing cables behind the stage. "You work very hard," he said. She turned, surprised he even remembered her face. She shrugged. "Life isn't gentle, so why should I be?" He smiled. "But you move gently." Something in her honesty disarmed him. Something in his quietness comforted her. What began as a simple conversation became a pattern. Chance meetings in public events, short exchanges during his inspections, then long discussions about things neither of them had spoken aloud in years. She told him she felt alone in the city. Even when surrounded by people, he told her he felt like a ghost in his own life. She told him buildings made more sense than relationships. He told her relationships made more sense when they weren't allowed. She laughed. He didn't. Their connection grew with the inevitability of sunrise, slow, warm, and impossible to stop. He started visiting her late at night after her shifts, always discreet, always careful. They spoke for hours in her small apartment overlooking the water, where the city lights flickered like promises he wasn't sure he could keep. He brought her books about architecture. She brought him quiet. He brought her silk scarves. She brought him truth. When he finally kissed her, it felt less like a beginning and more like a confession. But nothing remains hidden in Dubai for long, not even whispers made in locked rooms. The first sign was subtle. A black car parked near her building for 3 nights in a row. A polite man in a suit who asked the cashier at the nearby grocery store if she came often. A sudden increase in security around Malik's movements. Then came the warning. His older brother summoned him. He told him the family knew. He told him Samira was a distraction, a risk, a threat to alliances. They were negotiating with another royal family. Malik denied nothing. His brother said, "You have one job, protect the family, not destroy it." Malik left the meeting with his jaw tight and his heart spiraling. He went to Samira's apartment that night. His hands shook when he held her. She asked him what was wrong. He told her bits of the truth, enough to scare her, not enough to prepare her. She whispered, "Tell me if I should walk away." He said, "No, I'll protect you." She believed him. That was her first mistake. Days later, Samira discovered she was pregnant. She stared at the test in her bathroom, hands trembling so hard she dropped it onto the floor. She didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or scream. She sat on the tiles for almost an hour, letting the news settle like dust in a room that hasn't been opened in years. When she finally told Malik, he broke, not with anger, with fear. He hugged her tightly, whispering how much he loved her, how much this child meant to him, how he would fix everything. He said all the right things. He always did. Then came the knock on her door. 2 women entered, not staff, not strangers. His mother and his aunt, the silent architects of the family's image. They were polite, almost gentle, which made the moment even more terrifying. His mother spoke with the calm of a woman who had built her life on perfect control. "You must understand," she said softly. "This cannot continue." Samira whispered, "He loves me." His mother replied, "Love is not his duty. His future is." They offered her money, a passport, a one-way ticket, an apartment abroad, safety if she left now. She refused. His aunt sighed, as if expecting that answer. Then came the consequences. Over the next week, Samira's life quietly unraveled. Her landlord said her contract was terminated without explanation. Her employer received an anonymous complaint and asked her not to return until things settled. Her scholarship was suddenly under review. Her visa renewal was delayed. Her phone received threatening messages from numbers she couldn't trace. She called Malik in tears. He promised he would come. He promised he would handle it. He promised he would protect her. But every time he tried to see her, he was intercepted by his brother, his advisors, his family. They told him the same thing again and again. If you choose her, she will pay the price. You cannot save her. The only way to protect her is to end this. He believed them. That was his mistake. On a quiet Thursday morning, Samira packed her things. She planned to meet Malik one last time before deciding her next steps. She never made it to him. Her phone went silent at 11:03 a.m. Her Uber driver arrived and waited for 20 minutes before canceling. Her neighbor heard voices in the hallway, unfamiliar, firm, calm. Then silence. Samira vanished without a trace. No airport record, no border exit, no flight, no messages, just absence. The palace released a statement days later. Ms. Samira has returned to her home country for personal reasons. Her friends knew it was a lie. Her family never saw her again. Malik found out the truth in pieces, thrown at him like scraps. He confronted his mother. She said, "We did what was necessary." He asked where Samira was. She said, "Safe, for her sake and yours." He asked if he could see her. She said, "Not now, not ever." He broke. He stopped attending meetings. He stopped appearing in public. He stopped sleeping. He searched for her quietly, desperately, recklessly. He found nothing. Until one night, months later, an envelope appeared under his door. No name, no seal, no message. Inside was a photograph. Samira, standing in a small room, eyes red, face pale, stomach barely showing, holding a paper with today's date, proof of life, proof of distance, proof she was somewhere, watched, hidden, breathing. On the back, written in her handwriting, "You promised, but you left me alone." Malik cried for the first time since he was a child, not because she was gone, but because she was alive and unreachable. He spiraled after that. He withdrew from public life entirely. People said he became ill. Others said he lost himself. Some said he visited a remote desert retreat every month, searching for someone only the wind remembered. Years passed. Dubai grew brighter, taller, louder. But some nights, when the wind moved across the dunes, the guards at the Al-Darwish estate swore they heard a woman's voice, soft, steady, calling out a name with both love and disappointment. Samira, the woman he promised to protect. the woman he left to face the consequences alone, because promises are not broken loudly. They crack quietly, like thin glass under a heavy truth. And in Dubai, where secrets weigh more than gold, some cracks never heal. This has been another episode of Dark Whispers, true crime tales. If this story touched you, like, share, comment, and subscribe to keep the whispers alive.